I'm sorry. You gotta keep talking to this.
So B-Hop?
Yeah, real quick, just want to get your thoughts. Your thoughts on this big mega fight, Caleb Plant versus David Benavidez.
I like Plant.
Why?
Grit, tough, hungry. Got a chip on his shoulder. He gonna pay a price to show if he really won it, because he's in that type war, he's in that type fight, and he's coming to take something. Let's not forget, he's coming to take something, correct?
Yes.
I'm going with Plant. I'm going with Plant in a good fight, but a fight that he won't come out as the battered one as much. He's going to pay a price, but he ain't going to come out as the battered one. So that means that we're going to sit back and we're going to be talking about this fight. It's going to be an in-the-face fight. Phone booth.
Phone booth?
Oh.
You think knockout or?
I think it's going to be times in the fight where it's so brutal they want to stop it.
That type of old school fight?
Blood everywhere.
Blood and guts?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We call it the bar fight, the saloon fight or bar fight, where everybody got shot glasses and they had about 10 shots and they just threw punches into who got tired or who didn't.
Are you expecting a similar fight with VERGIL Ortiz against Amos?
A little different.
Why is that?
One is the styles. But it's going to be competitive. But a lot of it had to do with the old saying, and you know what it is. I'm going to say it even though you don't want to hear it. Styles make fights. And that one fits that slogan.
You think this is a fight that opened up the door for VERGIL Ortiz to possibly,
Correct.
Yeah.
Better. And if it don't, I'm gonna cry like a baby and tell everybody why it should happen. They're gonna think it's crying, but it's really crying out to saying, don't y'all believe in, and I'm telling the truth, fans. One thing about fighters, and I can speak for majority of them, we don't want to be looked upon as ducking somebody. Even if legitimately it's a manager call who's really looking out for you. We still got a problem with that because the fans don't look at it that way. They don't go that deep. You know they don't go that deep. They look at you, didn't fight him. A lot of them don't want to live with that on their legacy or record. They might not get a legacy. You gotta remember, 70% of fighters don't become Hall of Famers or build a legacy. So what is the chances between, if you get 10 years, you consider lucky in this environment?
And lastly, Tank versus Ryan. I'll break down the styles.
Historic breaking record fight that has or have many characteristics in what might, what would, and what won't happen. And I'm gonna start with the last one. What won't happen, it won't be a boring fight.
There's no way, right?
That is a bet that I ask you, please. If you lose your mortgage, you can live with me. It won't be a boring fight. Not the way Tank coming to get you. He has to live up to the name. Tank, right?
Yeah.
Tank roll you over more than let you escape. And that's what I see here. Exciting fight, a fight of old school. You know, it's our today, not by styles, but just by the culture. Oscar Mayweather, Oscar, and any other fighter that experienced myself. These fights of this magnitude at this time don't come all the time. And that's my history of 28 years doing it myself and understanding how long it took me to become undisputed. But come on, it happened. I forced it to happen. This fight was forced to happen by what? Circumstances of the time we live in, the pressure of the media, pressure of social media. You the man, the people are saying prove it. They don't care too much, worry about the politics behind it because that's not their problem. Their problem is to pay good money for content that they want to be talking about for the rest of their life. That's what we're 90% close or 80% close to coming to fruition. That is huge. Not only for the fans, for the fighters, and last but definitely not least, the promoters. So when you start talking about history 10 years from now, 5 years from now, in general, you're gonna have to talk about this fight. I believe the fighters, Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis, is gonna set the tone amongst other big fights that fell apart, thought was gonna happen, didn't happen. It's going to right now to be forced to happen. The fighters are gonna force whoever's their mouthpiece to shut up and make the fight. That's what the fighters are doing now. And they're starting to see that. But it take that one match of this magnitude to happen. And I said it, but 5-10 minutes ago, the floodgates going to open.
Are you calling Ryan, giving him advice, saying, hey, kid, I want you to do this. Watch out for this.
No, I'm not calling him. When I see him, and the right time and the right place, I see him. Because the man Ryan has a great respectful relationship of I'm gonna give him everything that I know and everything that I don't know, I won't say. But Ryan knows what he has to do, and he know we there for him. Eye contact. Sometimes saying nothing is a lot. And when that's done with that type of mentality, you just give the nod. Work is done. Once you put that work in, ain't nothing else to say.
Yeah, you think we'll see MUNGUIA against Triple G? MUNGUIA keeps asking for that fight. It seems like it was going to happen 5 years ago. Sadly, didn't happen, but do you see that as becoming a reality this 2023?
Well, you know, that fight there is tricky. But I think anything is, when I say tricky, is let me explain why I say tricky. It's tricky because I see two things why this fight can happen and won't happen. This fight might be tied up in a litigation deal. Triple G, he has a team, and he also have a problem with Golden Boy, as you know, and you know that all plays a part in whether, from both sides, the fight happens or the fight don't happen, because it has to make sense. Can people use things like that for some kind of, I don't know, leverage? Yeah, anybody can do what they want to do, but we're not doing that. And our fighters want to fight. Our personal, or people's personal, I mentioned Tank Davis, who at one time was promoted by Floyd Mayweather, and his contract ran out, and it became more possible. Now we looking at April. This is not the same scenario, just by names and the things that's entitled in between those names, but it has the same, and I admit it has the same type of feeling and the same type of can you work out this to make this happen? But it all comes down to what's best for the fighters. The fighters got the power. We don't. The fighters got the power. And that's where they're starting to, I believe, not a hope they believe, but I believe, not that I believe, but that they caught on to it, and now we need the action come April with Ryan Garcia and Tank Davis.
Thank you, B-Hop.
Thank you.